I actually almost texted him.
Welcome to the Rugs to Riches show. Grab a drink and get comfortable. The live show is about to start.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the show. It's Monday night. And guess who's in the chat? First one, KR. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, what's up, KR? What's up, Aaron? Welcome back,
like,
KR. We missed you.
It's been like a month since we've seen KR.
Welcome, Aaron. We always love having you. Sorry we're a little late. I've been running around with my head cut off trying to get everything done before we got on this morning. I should tell you, right? Woo. My crew is on vacation this week, so I'm doing all the office work and I'm in the field all week. So my week is that's busy.
Your crew, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty busy for me today. I didn't get home until like 7. I had 2 people out and had a couple of Zoom calls to make, and then I had to work in the front instead of getting on the road. So busy day, but hopefully tomorrow's a better day. Oh, guess what? My son turned 15 yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Today he's got his learner's permit.
Hey, congratulations. Yeah, mine has almost exactly a month. So
really?
Yeah, I think he's starting his driving course, his online driving course.
Yeah. He took some course over the weekend, Saturday or Sunday.
Yep.
I don't know if he has to do anything else other than a driving test when he turns 16.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know. I feel like when my oldest son hit 15, I think he did it. I feel like he did a test beforehand and then he just kind of got grandfathered in. I don't even think he did a driving test when he turned 16.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think because he took the driver's ed or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And he passed the test. I don't think he had to do a road test. I think it's I don't think that's required anymore.
Huh.
I can't remember though. I didn't go. My wife went. So
yeah, because I thought you had to do the driving test.
Yeah, I don't know. I think because he took driver's ed. I think because he took driver's ed.
Yeah.
So but yeah. How was your weekend?
My weekend was fine. Where did he take his driver's ed test? Was that when you lived in Tampa or when
No, we live up here still. He took it over the summer.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I know I've had driver's ed, but I'm from a small town.
Yeah,
and I think the bigger, larger towns, the bigger schools, they're like, you do it on your own. They don't teach it in school.
Yeah, I had driver's ed as well in actual school, like the whole semester. But no, he took his over the summer.
Yeah. Did I tell you my wife wrecked the driver's ed car?
Nope.
Yeah, when she was in high school, she was in the parking lot getting ready to pull out, and some kid skipped school, I guess, or was skipping school and got in this car and like did a burnout and was like leaving the parking lot and T-boned her in the driver's ed car.
That doesn't sound like she wrecked it. It sounds like she got wrecked into.
That's correct, but I like to say she wrecked it because it pushes her buttons a little bit and she gets pissed off.
She does get uppity.
Yeah, she thinks she's a better driver than me, and I always got to say, "Well, you wrecked the driver's ed car."
I feel like all women think that, and I tell my wife all the time. I'm like, I don't have to drive. Like feel free to drive anytime. That was one thing when my oldest turned 16. I thought it was going to be great that we'd have another driver. He never drives ever.
Really?
Like the only time he ever drives us is if my wife and I have been drinking. Right? We've now called him, I think 3 times.
But he doesn't like driving, huh?
I don't know. I think he just doesn't like driving us. Is what I think it is. Because he drives all his friends and stuff. But it's funny. We've called him like 3 times now, and like, hey, you got to come get us. We hit happy hour too much. But I think that builds responsibility too, because we've always told him, like we're not delusional. We know he's going to go to parties and stuff, and we know there's going to be alcohol there, and we've just told him, we're like, listen, if you ever drink, just call us. We'll come get you. No harm, no foul.
Yeah.
So by us calling him, and just leaving our car wherever it's at, I think that's going to help in the future anyway. Nah. Well, yeah, we do get kind of rowdy sometimes.
Yeah, man. So I was looking at the charts today, and I'm kind of curious. Where do you think we're heading? So I figured we'd do some charting today.
To be honest, I feel like we're going to go up. I think the main ones are going to go up. I know that we've been following Hype because we've been using Hype in our LPs, our CLP.
Mm-hmm.
So we've really been charting Hype. I think Hype is going to come down because it ran up so much. 2 months ago or whatever, it had that monster run. It went up, I don't know, 100% or something. So I think it's due to come back down. But I think that money's going to flow out of Hype and into like that ETH and stuff like that. So
let's look at Bitcoin first, since that's the main catalyst.
Yeah.
Let me pull it up here.
So what are we in June? Like I think all the analysts are saying that we're really not going to start taking off again until like third quarter, right?
Yeah.
So,
third quarter is what the analysts say, but you never know. So this is the daily chart of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And so
that's not good that it made a lower low.
Well,
is it an official lower low? I think it is.
It is. This is back in 2024. This was
what's up, Crypto
February.
Flyer?
So it did make a lower low, but it was just a wick.
Yeah.
Well, even if we went from the non-wick, it still made a lower low. But
yeah,
I mean, that could fake you out. I mean, it looks like we got a short sell back here on the May 22nd.
Yeah.
On the daily chart. And of course, it really did.
I tell you what, I've been really impressed with that indicator. That's what did you call it? It's the UT bot.
Yeah, UT bot strategy.
UT bot. I've been really impressed with that. Because we're, when people are asking us, what are we doing when the market's going down? Well, right now we're shorting the market, and we have bots that are running, like grid bots and stuff that are running that are performing pretty good. So the CLP is doing really good in an uptrend, but we have to have a counter to that as well. So like I know Crypto Mikey asked me, what's our plan in a downtrend, and it's counter trading basically, right? That's what we're doing. We're counter trading.
Yeah. We short the market, and if we have a good indicator that the price is going to go down, then we pulled our farms and let them sit for a few days, see what happens, what shakes out. And then if we get caught with our pants down, it's all right because we still do some shorting.
Yeah, we're shorting and we're protecting our assets. That's the main thing. So I'm interested. I'm curious. Can you flip to the ETH, because I think ETH on the daily had a buy.
Yeah, let me switch to the ETH.
No, not yet.
No, not yet. Now, if I will say, I feel like
Hey, what's up, Flyer? I don't know if we said that or not. Well, I saw you pop in.
so. Here's the ETH. ETH has made a lower low. Now, this yellow line right here that I drew.
Uh-huh.
Let me go to the week chart. This is the low point from March of last year, and then definitely formed some resistance back here in 2023. So I personally don't think we'll go past this line. If we do drop lower on ETH. But yeah, this is the weekly chart. Let me go to the daily chart. Now on my chart, it has not printed a buy signal yet on the daily.
I'll have to go and look on mine. I think on how I have mine set up, I think that I know that you have different settings on yours.
Well, so I'm also on perpetual futures contract on Femex.
Oh,
so let me change this to what are you on?
To be honest with you, I don't know.
I
guess I could look.
ETH US dollar on Bitcoin or not Bitcoin on Coinbase or Kraken or Binance. Let's do Binance. Binance is big. Yeah, it's still a sell signal. But let's look at the 4-hour chart. So the 4-hour chart, we've printed a buy. Let me zoom in here. And this is on Ethereum. It just printed a buy on the 4-hour. And you said this earlier in our conversation, and I thought this is pretty true. It'll print a buy and then it'll fall. Like down here, we're using this indicator too, and it's giving you a red indicator showing you that the price is going to go down. But we're using these two together have been pretty dang amazing because it gives you an opportunity to get in before it goes higher.
Hey, that was me. Shut up. I dropped my phone and now my dogs are going bananas. Hey. Shut up. That was me. OMG.
Yeah, if you look at all these,
y'all. Sorry. Real life dogs are going crazy. I wish that shot collar worked.
Like right here, it printed a buy and it had a big dip and then it rallied back up. Right here, printed a buy and then it came down, which would have been a good indicator to get in. And then it rocketed up before it hit the red dot and still bouncing around.
Yeah, I've been pretty impressed with the that UT Bolt or UT Bot. But
yeah, me too. Let me change it back to. I like the perpetual futures a little bit better. So I haven't done any lines, any charting. So I figured maybe you could help me with this because you're good at drawing the lines.
Yeah. So what I would do is at the bottom of your, I wouldn't use that wick. I would use the bodies right there and draw your trend line going like northeast. Yeah. And just hit as many of those bodies as you can. No, go down.
Well, that's a line of resistance if I go up to these bodies.
Yeah. So what I usually do is I kind of, I guess that is
boom, boom, and then we broke through, and now we're bouncing back up on that side.
Yeah. So you can also draw it where it'd be kind of like an X. You can just hold that like that big dip was that might have been a major sell off. If you use all the start with like the most current low. Nope, to the right a little bit. No, that's left.
To the right?
Yeah. One more. The most current low.
The most current low, this
Yep.
one?
Yep. Start there and go backwards and try to hit as many as you can. And then just rule out that first big dip. Yep. Yep.
So like right here?
Yep. Keep going. You'll see that it'll hit some of those too. And what that's saying is that you know, that first big dip, that was a huge sell off. So that could have been, you know, that could have been yeah. Yep. So that's what I would actually be holding. Yours is that first one that you drew isn't wrong. That is a spider line with resistance. And you can see we're kind of amplifying out of that. So what it'll do is it'll bounce off that, go up, yep, and hit that resistance until it breaks through that resistance. What's up, Lamster? Doing some charting.
If it trades sideways from the top of these wicks across.
Yeah, it's holding that as resistance too. Or yeah.
Boom, boom,
As
boom,
support.
boom. I don't think it's as strong though.
Yeah.
But I do like this. So this would indicate that it's going up. But on the 4 hour, we got the sell. We haven't got a buy signal yet.
Mine did. Mine had a buy signal about 12 hours ago. So, and I waited. So while on my charting with my buy signal, it dropped pretty significantly. Like if you would have bought it immediately, I always wait a candle or two and try to get in. Plus, I already have my structure lines. So what I did is I waited for it to come back down and kind of retest that support line. I missed it, man. I was trying. I would have had almost a perfect entry at the bottom of that there green candle. It would have been like 716 entry, but I think we got in at like 1724. So not too bad.
What do you prefer, the 1 hour, 4 hour, or the daily?
I use 4 hour and daily to do my charting, and then if I'm looking for a position, then I'll look at the 1 and 2 hours. But
yeah,
4 hour and daily is my main. I use daily for my my trend to set my trend, and then I use my 4 hour to try to get in. Two and 4 hours.
I was using the 2 hour and I wasn't having any luck with it.
Yeah.
Although here's the 2 hour, it gave me a buy signal.
Do you have a 3 hour? Mine has a 3 hour.
So it gave me a buy signal on the 2 hour right at the top of the peak, and it has come down.
Yep. That's what it'll do. But a lot of times if you go back, where's the last buy signal on the 2 hour? See, look at that.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying? You know, but then look at the sell too. So like the sells have been really, really pretty good on this indicator.
You know what I don't understand about this indicator? So it gives you this candle where it says buy.
Yep.
And then it has a long on the next candle. And it gives you this number plus 0.1202. I don't know what that means. Over here it says short negative point. I don't know what that means.
No, do some research on your thing. It took me a little while to figure out why it was green, but those are red candles, right? So you see the green, but it's like encased in, and then I'm like, oh, it's because it hasn't printed the sell signal yet. But,
exactly. So when it's green candles but red outline, that means it's in an uptrend.
Yeah.
And when it breaks to the downtrend, then they have red candles with green outlines if it's going up.
Yep. Or going down. Yep.
So this is ETH. I'm curious, where do you think, looking at the 4 hour, where do you see us going?
I'm looking at my chart. So for us to be in a good uptrend, we need to go above 1770.
1770. That's going to be
because that'll give us a higher high. And really, what we need to do is we need to break that green spike over there to your left a little bit. What is
Hmm.
that? 1850.
This one right here or this one?
Next, yeah,
Yeah,
18. Yeah,
basically
1850. Yeah.
1845, 1850.
So I think we break 1770. You know, and then it'll probably come back down again, and then we'll punch through. We'll punch through that. What will really be exciting is when we punch through that resistance line, that top orange line,
Hmm.
and then hold that as support. Then we'll truly be in a good uptrend.
So you
In my
think we're
opinion.
going to go up instead of down? At least
I do
on,
believe that.
at
I do
least on.
believe that. Yes.
Okay.
I think that. Yeah, I do believe that. I think that we're going to be grinding up from here.
Well, what do you guys think in the chat? Throw some love in there and tell me what do you think we're going to go up?
KR, what do you think? Because you've been our biggest Chicken Little for the last 8 months for sure. When do you think the bull run will, or not the bull run, the bear? We're obviously in a bear, right? We all finally agree with that, which means that
Yeah.
we've all agreed that we're now in a bear, which means we should start climbing out of it because all of our bulls finally switched to bears, which means we've hit capitulation. I know
Yeah.
if Crypto Mikey was in here, he's a big proponent of we're not going to start grinding back up or until that November time frame. But I think, like you said
Well,
too, because we're in the midterms, you think that they're going to want to show. And plus, when's the Clarity Act is supposed to come out July 4th, right?
yes.
Like that-
Well, not
when it's supposed to be signed?
not necessarily July 4th, but in July is what I've heard. But
I-
they've been saying that for a while. They've been saying it was coming out in March and April, then May, and then pushed back, to July. So who knows? I'm trying to think of the war ended, right? Supposedly, and we had that big run up that caused this big run up. And let's say they start bombing each other again. That could be an indicator to bring us down low. The only thing I can think of that could get us to go higher, like a big pump, would be the Clarity Act. But honestly, I don't know. That's at least a month away. So could there be something that drives us down one more time?
I mean, I hope not, but I mean, obviously, we never know, right? You and I are more. I think I'm like in the middle. Like you're more of a pie in the sky optimist. KR's like the negative Nancy of the group, and then I feel like I'm kind of in the middle. So I hope that we just start to grind up, and then we kind of level up. We level up, and then we'll sideways a little bit, then we level up and we sideways until we get some real big. But no, I think that they're pushing the Clarity Act for July 4th because that's our 250th anniversary, right? They're trying to get it. Like that's the big thing they want for July 4th.
Yeah, I can see that. But
So KR says he still thinks bull starts Q4.
so maybe the bull starts Q4, but do you think we'll go down lower than our lows right now? Do you think we'll go lower?
I felt like you're on ETH. I feel like that orange line is you're down. I feel like that's a pretty solid.
Yeah, I really don't think we're going below that. Last
love
time we did
Lancer.
that was
I just
April.
DCA sell and buy limit orders. No worries either way. I love it, Lamster. Hey, Lamster, do you use grid bots or anything?
Grid bots are. Listen, I got smoked on grid bots, but I was going up. I was longing, and then the market crashed, and it just killed me.
Yep, you got to have the ability to grid bot down as well. So
Yeah. So that's always because it's out of my control. You know what I mean? Like if I'm trading, then I have some type of, ability to manage to get out of a trade. But with the grid bot, it's just on.
Yeah, but the grid bot, is like CLP, right? You've been doing concentrated liquidity now for the past 8 months, right? That's what the grid bot is doing, except the grid bot is, instead of getting money from providing liquidity, it's buying and selling. It's doing what Lamster's doing. What Lamster does manually, that's what the grid bot does, right? So it's a grid. You have a range that's this big, and then you have 50 levels or whatever in between it. And when it hits a level, depending on if you're shorting or longing, if you're longing, when you hit a level, as it goes down, it buys, and as it goes up, it sells. So every time it goes down a level, it buys. Every time it goes up a level, it sells, right? So if you're shorting, it's obviously the opposite. So that way you're setting that those grid lines, and in between, as long as you're in between, you're doing good, And that's where I think that these indicators really help, is that, if you're in a downtrend, you set up a short bot. Yeah. If you're in an uptrend, then you set up a long bot. So yeah. Pionex destroyed a lot of us. But I think the big thing is because we were in that bull run, and all of us started using those grid bots at the top of the bull run. So as we came down, we got smoked because we all got liquidated.
Yeah. Timing. I'll tell you what, if we break and come back down to just test this level again, I think I'm going all in.
Yeah.
I really feel like we're not going past this. I think we dip down here. I think we could come back down maybe to right here.
That
lower
that would
or a higher low. And then I think I'm doing a 10x long and just holding it until the end of the year.
Make sure your liquidation is below that 1400.
Yes. So that's my game plan, man.
Yeah.
So if we start heading up, then I kind of makes me feel a little bit more uncertain, like when to get in. But I feel very confident if ETH breaks and comes back down to these lows, I feel like this is the time.
What's that line? Right, where are you at now?
This one is
that one. Where you were just at, the bottom of those. Where's the candles? The bottom of those candles right there.
Like 16.95. If I go down further down to here, you're looking at 15.50.
Because that would actually be good, because that would be a true double bottom if we made a higher low right there, and then we came back up and we made that higher high. So I don't feel like we made a higher low at that point.
Well, that would be a 10% drawdown, which is not bad.
Yeah.
So if we did a 10% drawdown, that would put us right there. That's reasonable. That's just me though, but I'm thinking I'll go all in, because I feel like that's the bottom.
Yeah.
Now let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin will have to. It kind of mimic the same thing. Look at this. Oh, this is the low.
We're definitely getting to a point where all of the big wigs are so intertwined now that Bitcoin, ETH, anything in the top 10 is going to run together. I think there might be a little bit of difference.
Solana's the same thing. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's look at the weekly chart on Solana. Oh, here's some. This is me doing some crazy lines back in the day.
But it's funny though, if you project those lines out and stuff, that's what they have. They call them spider lines, right? That's why I never erase my erase my big support and resistance lines.
I will say though, basically where we're at for Solana, this is the weekly chart. So each candle is 1 week.
Yeah.
We had that run up and we kind of hit some resistance and then we broke through. And then if we break this line, we're going all the way down to $30.
Yeah, could. I don't think. I mean, it could. Anything's possible. The real question is what. I mean, last thing I heard is that the Hyperliquid is really taking a lot of the steam from Solana. Solana used to be the chain that was the new up and comer. It's fast, blah 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 blah. Well, now Hyperliquid is just as fast, and it's just as cheap. But it's EVM, right? And now since Hyperliquid was built for trading, it's it's sucking all the trading. I think I read something. Hyperliquid is making like $50 million a week, and they only have 11 employees.
Yeah, I did see that article.
That's so crazy. So
Yeah. So this is
Like, do
Hyperliquid. It printed a
Do
buy
a,
signal last week, or not?
Yeah.
It was Wednesday. Wednesday of last week, it printed a buy signal, and it's trended down. So I think in the long term, Hyperliquid might actually go up.
do a Fibonacci from the bottom of that green to the top of the green.
On the day chart,
Go back to the 1 day or weekly or whatever you were just at. Yeah. So the bottom of that run up down there, do a fib.
what do I do? This
The top one.
oh, it's highlighted. All right, now I click it on the top.
No, you start at the bottom.
Start at the
Start
bottom.
at the bottom of that. Nope, all the way down to the green, left.
Oh, all the way down?
Yep.
Back here?
Yep. And then you go all the way to the top, and then you can drag it across. All right, so there's your levels. All right. So you see how that first pull down came right to the 618 or whatever that is? Is that what that is? That green level in between the green and the blue?
Yep. Oh,
Yeah.
right here.
So, yep. So you can see that we broke the red level. We theoretically speaking, we have to hit the orange level. That's the next support level. Right. So realistically, we hit that. If that doesn't hold, then we go to the green. Right. So same thing. So we can go all the way back down for it to be realistically it goes to the green, which is the 0.5. And then now that makes a higher high, and then it starts going up again.
I think we did this wrong.
Why?
Because this is showing it backwards, not growth.
Because we're in a downtrend, right? So that's the retracement. So that's where it's coming down into, right? So if you wanted to do the other way, if you went from top to bottom, you would have the extension levels.
Oh, okay.
See how it has the blue? But that's not your retracement levels. You want to do it the other way because we're doing a fib retracement to see where it would come back down to. Now that would show you where the next target is once it breaks the top there. See the top, that blue to red?
Mm-hmm.
That would be your target for the next once it breaks the high.
I'm just curious. Let me just experiment with this one more time. So if I go from here down, I'll just move this out so I can see it better. Because I bring it down to where it's at right now. All right, so if it was going to go up, you're thinking these would be the levels. This might be better on the 4-hour chart. Yep, there it is. Yeah, the green line comes down. You're right. It hits these lines pretty accurately.
Yeah. So now you could erase that one, and you could do our current trend, right? So we did the big trend, but you can go from the middle, right there. So again, you can start at the bottom of that and run it to the top, and that would give you the next retracement of just this one, of our current one. Yeah.
Just right here.
Yep, and then just drag it across, and that'll show you. So you can see right now using that one, we are right at the what is that, the 618? I can't read. We're at the 50, right? So if it breaks, if it doesn't hold that green line, it's got to go all the way to the next level, which would be the 618, which is a good retracement, right?
Mhm.
So if we retrace to that 618 and then it holds that level, and then we go back up. Now we made a higher low, and now we're continuing the uptrend. So that's a good retracement. The almost always retraces back to the 618 when you're using the fib.
What does this one do? So if I go here to there to there, it'll give me some lines of going upward.
I guess I have no idea.
The Fibonacci.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
in chat, right? If you think that we are we're going up or down or sideways,
For
up, down,
what,
sideways.
hype?
For anything, for the whole market. Let's do the crypto. What's that, the total crypto market? Did you see that Elon is now worth more than all of Bitcoin?
Not after today.
What happened today?
SpaceX crashed.
Did it? I was
Yeah.
1 week early.
Yeah. Let me
Damn it.
look it up.
Are we in the 15-day window?
SpaceX. Yeah, check this out.
Well, that's SpaceX. We don't want that. USDC. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I'm in crypto. That's why. Okay, here we go. Look at this crap.
Holy shnikes.
Right?
Yeah, but it's
We're
still
up.
launched at 120. It launched at 135. It's still higher than that. That's pretty crazy,
Yeah.
though.
Well, yeah, okay. Printed a sell signal.
And printed its sell sign.
This is on the 1 hour chart. There's not enough data in here to give me good
Yeah.
stuff, but
Still
yeah,
at 154. How high? Oh shit! It went all the way to 220. That's pretty crazy.
yeah, 225. But I knew this would happen.
Yeah, I mean, we knew it, especially once it hits the 15 days. Once
Mhm.
it hits the 15 days, and all of the insiders can start selling.
No,
I bet it goes.
I think it's in 15 days it goes on the Nasdaq 100, and I think
Yes,
after 30 days is when the insiders can leave.
I don't think so. I think it's same.
Same.
I think the insiders. Yeah, I think it's same.
I don't know, but
Elon
everyone
can't
that
sell
bought
for
in
you.
now, this is all retail, bought in and then sold. This is not the insiders.
I mean, shit. Even if you would have bought, I mean, if you would have bought, it started at what, 150 though.
135, but it was like
it opened at 150, right?
Yeah. 135, I think, but no, 150. You're right, 150. They were
So it opened at 150, went to 225. That's still 50%. That's pretty good in a week.
Yeah. Just play the hype trade.
What is STRC?
STRC.
Is that
crypto?
I think it's stocks. Is
Oh,
STRC, is that the master?
That's
Yeah, the strategy. Yeah. Ooh, look at that wick.
That's a
good candle though.
Yeah, this is his
that candle. That's a rising star candle. That's good though.
This one?
Yeah, that one that has a really long wick and then it's a skinny body at the top. Let's call it.
Yeah.
If it was green, if it would have had a sliver of green, that would have been called a rising star or something, shooting star. It is definitely on sale.
Yeah, this was the one that's supposed to be $100 all the time,
Oh
or
shit!
close to $100.
Because they buy and sell it. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely broke
so
peg
that's
then, huh?
this is why he sold 32 Bitcoin to pay back. It has 11% dividends.
Mm, I
Yeah,
see.
so he bought
Well, if it's
like
supposed to be 100, you definitely
1,200
should
Bitcoin.
buy.
Yeah,
What did
yeah,
they get down to? 60? No,
no,
80.
82.
Still, that's 20%. That's 20%.
Yeah,
If it's supposed to, yeah, if it's supposed to get back to a
it's
dollar.
supposed, yeah, it's supposed to be not a dollar, but $100. Yeah. See now, look, these are long, 2+ long, -2 short. I don't know what that means. I want to figure
I'm
that out,
sure.
but I don't know. I don't know where to figure that out at.
Ask ChatGPT.
Like, yeah, I guess I could do a screenshot of it and
Well, I mean, you can just type it in and say, "Hey, I'm using the UT bot strategy indicator. What does the -2 short mean?"
so I've tried. I don't think it's going to tell me because I think that's just someone that named it UT bot strategy because
Mm,
it's someone that created it, under
yeah, but
Pine.
it's called an indicator. It would know. Theta's 15 cents. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
I don't think I don't know what's going on with Theta.
That doesn't make sense to me. It's got fucking 15 patents.
Well, it's because the hype is gone. You could have all the
Yeah,
patents in the world, but if no one's interested in it,
but I don't know. I guess the point is it's the company itself, right? I guess if the token doesn't have any use cases, then it doesn't matter what the company's doing.
so
So
these
big
are
thing is to become their validators, you have to hold X amount. That's the big thing. So like Google has 100 million or whatever they have to own to be
when
their
was this?
validators.
This was December.
God,
$3.
once upon a time, it was $15. It's down what 99.9% from all time high.
Yeah, it doesn't show me all the
It's
way back
lower than
there
when I
'cause
bought it. I bought it at 20 cents back in the day. That's
oh
crazy.
god, how much Theta do you have?
12,000, I think. 12.5, somewhere around in there.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah.
all right though. I got so many airdrops and shit from Theta that I sold that I'm into Theta for free, really.
Well, if Theta can get back to a dollar, which I think it can,
Uh,
I,
I,
I don't know if
I
it
think
can
what's
go.
the use cases because they're really doing a lot with AI and what AI, what do they do when you're using computing power?
Mhm.
They're doing a lot of that infrastructure of that as well. So, I mean, it's one of the only
It's
cryptos
all
that have patents in US and China.
Sui. Sui.
Sweet.
It's definitely hit some resistance levels. Let's look at Ondo.
Oh,
Ondo's I like Ondo, man.
I know. I've actually started DCAing back into Ondo. I sold all of them. I bought all my Ondo when, at the very top when you came on the show and said, everybody needs to buy it.
I
I then
like
sold
Ondo,
it.
man. I
I then
still got
sold it.
you sold
I
it?
sold I sold all mine at a major loss when I needed some money. But I've started DCAing. I DCA every week right now into Ondo.
I've got a big bag of Ondo. I
Yeah.
need a yeah, I'm holding on to it because it's fairly new. When did it launch? It launched 2014.
I mean,
All-time
shit,
high is $2.14. I think we'll get back up there.
I mean, to be honest, we should go way past 214, right? It's at
Oh
like it should hit its next wave, right?
yeah, I think
What
so.
else did for- Oh, nice. Lamster said he used his for loss harvesting for his taxes.
Oh yeah.
What? Hey, Lamster, what are you DCAing? Are you just DCAing like ETH and Bitcoin? Are there any other tokens you're DCAing? Like right now, I'm holding. I have XRP. I have a big bag of XRP. I'm DCAing Ondo right now. I have a good bag of Theta. What else do I have? I have a small bag of BCH, Bitcoin Cash. I mean, obviously IRA and BDT. Trying to think if I have anything else. I had Link, but I sold that recently. I still have a bunch of DOT. I'm pretty pissed off about that, so I'll probably hold that forever.
I'm curious if I should start DCAing Hype. Do you think Hype could be the next Solana?
I do, to be honest with you.
What are the tokenomics of Hype?
Well, the big thing is they use KR. If you're still listening, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they use 90% of their fees to buy back their token and burn it. So it's deflationary.
And Solana's
dude,
not.
I was huge into HBAR back in the day. Like I started in crypto in 2018, January 2018. And I thought HBAR was the shit. And I bought so much HBAR and then I sold it all because it crashed out. What's HBAR? I probably should.
HBAR is.
Oh, nice. 97% of all fees buy back Hype. That's crazy. And they burn them.
So how many do we know? How many? Why don't you Google this real quick?
Yeah, I got you. I'm working on it.
Look up what's their circulating supply, what's their total supply.
It should be right here
for Hype, because I think if they burn.
So right here, max supply is 1 billion.
That's low compared to
total supply right now is 955 million. But circulating supply is only 222 million. So they have outstanding supply of 563 million. I don't know how
more than half.
I don't know how it gets released and stuff like that. KR might know more about that than me. But we should look into that because I do think that I do think that Hype is going to be. I think it could do what it's at 60. What's it right now? $70? 65?
65.
Yeah, 70, 68.
63.
Yeah, nope. 63.
Something like that.
Yeah. So I mean, shit, it could hit several hundred, right? Solana did. Why can't lots of ETF and
here's my thing. The same reason I don't like Cardano is kind of why I don't like Hype. Well, let me rephrase this. What I don't like about Cardano, when everyone was hyping into that, I would go and I'd be like, where are all the DEXs? Where are all the meme coins on Cardano?
But that's not what Cardano is building. Cardano is trying to build infrastructure and stuff. They don't want to be meme coins. That's Solana. Let Solana do it.
But guess what? Ethereum is the number one chain for finance for all the stuff. And there's meme coins on there. There's activity.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. There's activity. Solana, it's easy to make coins on there. There's a lot of stuff going on there. And so the activity is there. There's no activity on Cardano. So that's where I'm like wondering in Africa. Okay. Yeah, where 0.11% of the population have crypto.
Yes, but what happens when Africa doesn't become a third world country anymore? What happens when Africa starts stepping up and they're used to using?
That's not going to be in my lifetime. That's not anytime soon. That's not in the next 5 years. But for real, so Hype has the Hyperliquid perpetuals, but then after that, I don't know what else.
Well, it has Project X. That's the DEX that we've been using.
Yeah,
it also has
a whole lot on it. I guess it
VVV
can grow
or whatever. whatever.
What
I
is it?
mean, the VVV, I think, is another Dex.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a Dex. Well, I mean, there's Dexes on Cardano too, but I'm just saying, like, I hate to say follow the meme coins,
Well,
but
hey,
when you're able to
yeah,
make that stuff, that's where the money starts flowing.
but no, I like KR said, I did see that Hype is starting to onboard real world assets and stocks. So right now, does Hyper have a prediction market? I mean, whichever, surely Hyper is going to be the first one that has a crypto prediction market associated with it.
I will say, I thought Hyperliquid, um,
I mean, Hype is that when they showed how much money that they're soaking in and putting back into their own chain, dude, there's no way Hype's gonna, unless all of the traders spontaneously stop using Hype. Why would they do that? Why is Hype? I mean, Hyperliquid is taking all of the trading. So if all of the traders are on Hyperliquid, why are they going to go anywhere else? Although, I mean, they were on ARM or what's that, ARB? They're on ARB. Why base hasn't taken over some of the aspects,
So
but
you can trade the S&P 500 on Hyperliquid.
KR said Hyperliquid just started a prediction market. Income ETFs alongside the growth.
Let me add this.
Yeah, so KR says Hyperliquid XYZ Markets has lots of stocks and oil, gold, and silver.
Why did this not show up?
So,
oh, here we go.
I can start buying like silver as a crypto, like a real world asset.
Yeah. So, like right here, this is the S&P 500 on Hyperliquid that we could trade. So we could trade the actual market. They also have SpaceX, oil.
Damn, we should have shorted the shit out of oil earlier, huh? Why didn't we do that?
Well, I didn't realize they had. I thought it was just crypto on here on Hyperliquid.
We need to have a team meeting and come up with a plan for the future.
Look outside of crypto. So they got Google, Nvidia.
AG, we just need to quit our jobs, pull all of our money, and you and I just become a trader. Be done. How much do you need to make a day?
If you ask me or my wife.
I mean, right now, I think our short on Hype is at like 1,200, and that's in 30 hours.
My wife would not let me quit my job. I don't know if I would quit my job even if.
Yeah, I've tried to teach my kids, like my youngest is at Publix, and I try to teach him. I'm like, listen, you have to work at Publix because that's your government ID. All your side money you don't have to report as long as they think you're a good employee somewhere. Stay under the radar, pay your taxes.
Until Uncle Sam comes and does an audit on you.
I feel like as long as you're not making giant waves and putting all this shit, if I'm not fanning out money on fucking Instagram, they're not gonna knock on my door.
Yeah. KR, have you used Hyperliquid? Obviously he has, probably, if he's telling us you can short and long oil and silver and gold. Yeah, I'm kind of a fan of Hyperliquid now that I've been using it.
Yeah.
I like how it's not just crypto. Even though I haven't done anything outside of crypto. Just ETH and Bitcoin and Hyperliquid. But now that I see that the S&P 500, that might be something that you could make easy gains on.
Yeah.
That seems to always trend upwards. There's always money flowing into it. What you writing down over there? I see you scribbling.
I mean, I was looking at different things. I was looking at our short position and our long position, and then I was looking at my grid bots. So my on my short bot I started about 24 hours ago. I'm up $48 on $1,000.
That's pretty good. That's on what?
We ain't gonna talk about that. We'll talk about that later.
No, I mean on what position? On Bitcoin?
Hype.
On what?
No,
Like,
but if I would have put the same $1,000 on a true short on Hype, I would be at more than $46. I would think. So, but I started a long grid bot on ETH about 2 hours ago. So we'll see how that works. Crypto's KR's making his bot on Hyperliquid. Let's go, KR.
He's like, you're actually coding a bot, or are you using a platform?
You know that he puts it in our chat. You don't read his big long posts that he. I mean, they are pretty long.
I
like reading all that stuff though. He has his AI assistant testing his bot. It's pretty cool.
I tell you what, it's hard for me to keep up with everything. I gotta have a phone call with you to brief me on everything. I got a busy.
Lamster, what stocks are you trying to trade on chain? I mean, he just showed you Hyperliquid has a bunch of them. Yeah, like that's what KR said. The Hyperliquid already has stocks and commodities. And then you can keep it in your wallet. You don't have to pay all those damn brokerage fees.
Yeah, and the brokerages report to the government.
One thing I can say on Hyperliquid, if you are using Hyperliquid, is pay attention to your gas fees. Because sometimes if you're just clicking through, man, you'll hit the wrong, especially if you're trading assets on different exchanges. I noticed that, like, I was just clicking too fast one time, and my slippage it hit a high slippage, so I lost some money. But I only did it once, and I figured it out. I was like, I told you last weekend, or over the weekend. What was it? Saturday, I think. I was charting while I was, watching TV and all that shit, and I'm like, ooh, ETH just hit my top resistance. It's going to go down. So I thought I set a short, right? So I set it perfect entry. I'm like, yes, right? I know it's going down. I woke up the next day, sure as shit, that it dropped down. I was all excited to see my how much I had made. And I'm like, why is my P&L negative 70? What the fuck? Like I go back, I checked my entry. I looked at it. Took me a minute to realize that I had set a long and not a short. So I was all excited and I missed one little button. So again, I just paid for my semester of pay attention while you're pushing those buttons, or you could lose all your money for sure.
Yeah. How much leverage are you using on those?
I'm at 5x leverage.
Yeah. I feel like if you go too high, it's just, you're just risking too much. So I mean, people do it, but
the short bot, I just tested because, I didn't know any of the settings. So I tested that at a 3x leverage, but I was pretty comfortable with ETH. So I set my ETH long bot at a 5x.
Gotcha.
So
yeah, I wish there was a way to have multiple positions on one. Like if I wanted to do a long at like 5x for like months, just let it ride. But then I also want to trade it. So the only way you can do that is if you have different wallets connected and swap from one to another. But I wish it would all be in one wallet and you could have like,
you can
like my short trades, I could do like 10% leverage or 10.
You can do that in Hyperliquid. You can set up different wallets inside the same wallet and fund each one. So you can have your main wallet, and then you can set up you can set up multiple, and then you can feed each one. So you can have like
Oh.
like slave wallets. So you have your main wallet where you put your money into Hyperliquid, and then you can set up slave wallets, and each slave wallet can have different trades and stuff going on.
You're gonna
That's
have
why
to
you don't want.
screenshot that and send it to me so I can see what
Yeah.
you're talking about. Because that'd
That's
be
why.
nice.
That's why you don't want to have that cross. You want all of your trades to be isolated. That way,
Yeah.
you're only losing that specific one. You don't want it to be cross grid or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
KR said, "Warning: after hour stocks and commodities can be tricky and lower liquidity."
Yeah.
So who all do we have in here? We have KR, Lamser. We saw Flyer. We saw Aaron. Is that all we have? Lamser. The 4 of them.
Yep. That's all I see.
Yes.
Were we doing a
Flyer.
duck race?
I think I'll just give each of them 1,000. I don't think we need a race for it. So who do we got?
Good.
Let me write it down. We got
4-way
KR.
tie. That's right, Lancer.
What's that? A 4-way tie. Yeah.
4-way tie.
KR, Aaron, Flyer, and Lamser. Did I miss anybody? KR, Aaron.
Nope,
Flyer.
that's it.
Lamser. Okay.
I didn't see Flyer though. Oh, there's
Yeah,
Flyer.
he popped in for a couple seconds. Cross margin. Yep. That's a big one, KR. Like cross margin versus isolated. I learned about cross margin about 3 years ago or whatever. The last time I was doing that was when I was degening though. I was doing like 25% X trades and shit.
Really? 25x?
Yeah. I remember pulling over in the middle of the median.
With no stop loss?
No stop loss.
Too funny.
But anyway, I think I'm out. I think I'm done.
Yep.
It's been a
Guys,
day.
it's been a pleasure. We'll see you next Monday.
We appreciate each and every one of you. KR, Aaron, Flyer, and Lamser. I'll reach out to you guys and I'll just send you guys all 1,000 IRA.
Don't forget
As a
about
way
me.
to say thank you for joining us. What's that?
So don't forget about me.
Okay. I'll send you some too.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us, guys.